What's up, guys? I got the pencil here back for another edition of Tier List Tuesdays, and here we are to rank the Pokemon Sword and Shield characters. Now, I mean, like if y'all saw the Let's Chat, y'all know this ain't gonna look pretty. I'm kidding. I actually do like some of the characters in this game. I just think the game as a whole is pretty okay. It's okay. It's not a bad game by any means, but it's a game, all right. And honestly, I'd say only like one character goes into why do you exist, and like technically, once again, I'm factually incorrect because they do have a purpose. But Professor Magnolia, why do you exist? Honestly, I guess it was for the Sonia fake out later on that she becomes a professor, but we literally, I mean, that we got the Dynamax ban from her, but that's it. Like, what else was she in the game for? Does she? I don't even think she even comes like when you become the champion. I don't think when you go back, I don't think she's even there anymore. I don't even remember. Like, she did the one thing and was gone. Like that's less than I'd say every other named tree professor has done. I'm pretty sure every other. I think Elm did more, and that's kind of wild. So yeah, Professor Magnolia, you're like the only one that goes why you exist. I remember none of your personality other than that you're a nice old lady professor. Bada bing, bada boom. Oak's better. um, Getting on to another nice old lady. I actually really do like Opal. I feel like she was very funny in the moment. I wish I had passed her test. I got one question wrong on there. Was kind of looking forward to Loki becoming the gym leader. You know how it be though. I was ready. I was ready. Shoot, I'll swap out my entire team. I already had a Hatterene. Yo, I will solo everyone with my Hatterene. What's the problem? But that's fine. There's a lot of, not a lot of, let me think. But there's a couple like replacing themes across the game, like the history of Galar being replaced with the false truth that's been put up by everyone else, Professor Magnolia being replaced by Sonia, Opal being replaced by B. There's a lot of replacing happening through this game. I'm not sure if that was like intentional or just happened to be a lot of in-game decisions happening to overlap, because I'm not exactly sure what the theme is, because some of the replacements were good, like Bede and Opal and Sonia and Professor Magnolia, but some of the replacements were bad. I don't know. Opal herself, though, I think she was great. I found her funny. I found her walk a little bit too slow, just when you had to watch it the entire time. I guess that's part of the joke, and it was all right. It was all right. I think she's an okay character. I see. I say okay, but she's in great. I think I found her gags to be great. I liked her gym challenge the most. I think like out of all the gym challenges we had, hers was the funniest just because it was a quiz. It wasn't even really a gym challenge. That was nice. I say that's pretty good. Um, Kabu's okay. I think what I don't. Well, I have this issue with gym leaders in general. They just don't. Once you battle them, that's kind of just it. And like Kabu didn't really have any like personality thing. Why? And he didn't really have anything that tied out into the world of Galar that much either. And it's not like Opal had that, but I just think she's a more entertaining character. But Kabu was just an old man who was just like, I work out. Look how swole I am. And that was it. That was his entire bit, and there was nothing else for me to do with that. Like I couldn't go anywhere with that. Not sure what his real world purpose was. I I don't know. And maybe he didn't have one. That may just be me. That may be me like trying to look for a real world purpose. But I was kind of hoping for that because I had my hopes up with Milo, but Milo's also okay. Like he's not anything special either. And I think I know he's like the first gym leader. I'm moving down the map. I think my thing with Milo is that he's there because they needed the first gym leader, and I like how he's a farmer, but like that's about it. He's a swole farmer, and it stops there, and I guess that's okay enough. But like I don't know, it's not a Brock. It's not shoot. It's not even Chili, Cress, and Cole. It's not any like iconic first gym leader. There's nothing really challenging about him. He doesn't even have a Gigantamax Pokemon, so there's really nothing much to remember about him other than he's a farmer, and I don't even think he's as interesting as Kabu. Though I guess it is nice that he comes up. I'll move him back into okay. I think it's nice that he comes up with the other two gym leaders to come be like, hey, yo, you beat all three of us, and you're moving on. That's some pretty solid work, kid. I think that's nice. Since we're basically just getting all the gym leaders out the way, Alistair, he's meh. I know a lot of people like him. I like his design, man. Like, that's the thing. This game's just very okay. Um, I'm gonna move Alistair into okay because I like his design. I like ghost types in general. I think uh his nature as this lonely child that ended up connecting with ghosts because that was the only people he felt like he could trust. That was really interesting. It's a lot of his backstory. It's not much he does. I'm not sure what his world in his real world function is like outside of being a gym leader, which I guess is understandable because now I think about it, the gym challenge is just a massive part of Galar, but like I honestly feel like they didn't stretch it all the way and they were a bit too inconsistent because you have some gym leaders who do have real world involvements and just some who don't. Like some who mix both, so I automatically rate those who mix both higher, or just rate who I find more entertaining higher, which is the case with Opal. Alistair, he was kind of just there. He was the B substitute in Shield, and I ended up playing Shield, so he was the one I had. That's really it. And let me see, other gym leader. Melanie, don't get the hype. Don't get the like. There's not. I don't really like ice types unless you're talking about Kiro. And there's nothing that Melanie does for me personally. I know a lot of people really like her. Not it for me. And Gordy, you're just ugly, dog. You're the only why do you exist. Like, it's bad. I don't care about either of those characters. I don't remember any other. I think she had a frost moth. That's it. That's all I remember about Melanie. Of course, I didn't fight Gordy since I didn't have sword. So that's where we're left at. Like neither of them do it for me in any way, shape, or form. I don't even like the designs, and like I'd say Pokemon Sword and Shield have some pretty solid designs, pretty unique designs, but neither of their designs even do it for me either. So, whew, man, I'm just tearing in. Yo, Melanie, you lucky I actually fought you because I think you doing Why Do You Exist too. B, I like her design. I like fighting types. I like Gigantamax Machamp. Once again, not really sure what her purpose was. Only reason she's going in okay, even though I didn't even fight her in the game, was because I like her anime backstory of training with Pokemon. Like I saw parts of that. I don't really watch the anime, but I saw parts of that. I always find that interesting, where people in Pokemon are working together in an intriguing way to both make each other better. Because the trainer brings something to the Pokemon that they can't normally have, but the Pokemon also brings something to the trainer that they don't normally have. I like that. It's a nice little dichotomy. It's interesting enough to watch. I think it's pretty solid overall. Getting into the remaining gym leaders, I guess I can order I'll slide Nessa to the top, and I'll actually slide the bam. Okay, Nessa top of okay. Once again, just actually, you know what? Because this is one of the things that confuse me. Because Nessa is Galar's top model. That's a double thing that she does, and I like her personality where she seems mostly calm and composed, but like once you beat her, she just freaks out because it's just like, whoa, not only have I not been beaten in a while, but I was beaten at least so horribly in my case, like I absolutely swept her entire team. I think I Dynamax once, got all the setups. That's another Dynamax, another story whenever I talk about Pokemon mechanics. But I like that. I like a gym leader that actually has responses to what you've done. Because a lot of the gym leaders kind of just like, oh, good job, you beat me. I'm out now. But no, like she actually cares. She doesn't view, well, I guess she views you as a rival, but you only battle her once as a gym leader and then later on in the championship. So I like that. I like how there's some sort of continuous bond between you two. How there's a, maybe not mutual because I swept her, but a respect that she has for you that's exemplified in her battle and after her battle once you beat her. And I like the fact that she's integrated in the region as the top model and still finds time to be a gym leader. Like that. Really cool. I think it's great for this game. Going on to, let's get the final two gym leaders out of the way. Raihan, he's also okay. I'll put him at the top of okay because I really like his design and I really like Dragon. So it's a double combo that's just like, wow, that's good. But once again, I feel like he had a lot of potential because we met him so early. But he really was just like, oh yeah, go upstairs and go talk to Sonia about the darkest day, and then bada bing, bada boom, I'm gone, by the way. When you come back, he's the 7th gym leader. Like, he's hyped up in the same way that Leon's like hyped up as, oh, he's one of the strongest trainers in the region. You better watch out for Raihan. Raihan's a monster. Raihan will tear you apart. I don't think I had a single super effective Mon on my team, except for like maybe, I guess Rillaboom may have counted. I think I swept him with Corviknight, and that's whack. Like, he didn't live up to the hype difficulty-wise. I like that he's a double battler. I like how he plays like VGC rules, but other than that, like, he's also narcissistic, but not in like a funny or endearing narcissistic way either. He just always takes selfies. I felt like he had very little personality outside of that. Didn't think his team was very boring, and I think his thing in Shimon is whack. Duraludon, if you like Duraludon, all respect to you, but could not be me. Could not be me. Duraludon's whack. Like, I can't believe the second Steel Dragon type we got was that. Went from Dialga to Duraludon. What happened, Game Freak? What happened? Bro. That's nasty. Ugh, Duraludon's whack. Final gym leader, Piers. I think he's great. In fact, I think I'll slide him above these two because he actually has some character. He cares for his little sister. He doubles as a not only a gym leader but a rock star. He's the entire reason Team Yell even exists, even if indirectly. And he just has decent personality. I like how he ends up retiring, but instead of like taking that retirement and just going off somewhere like Opal does, he actually still cares enough about the region to go and help with the Dynamax problem caused by the two uh Shieldbert and Swordbert or whatever. I like how he deals with that. I think that's nice enough. I feel like he has an interesting ish design. It seems too like garish or too much for me. Like, and that's the thing. I don't actually know. I'd say a lot of these they have really solid symbol designs, but like when they add more to them, it looks okay. But I feel like Piers has too much. I think the pink works, but it doesn't work at the same time. I don't know. He's Piers all around is just kind of messily designed to me, but I like his backstory. I like his connection with Marnie. I like his role as a gym leader. I like his double status as a rock star, and I like how he helps you out in the post game. All that really really good, really really solid. I like it. He's great. Um, yeah. Like Chairman Rose. Like I no, I don't hate the dude to you, dog. I'm not even gonna pretend that I don't hate the dude to you. Why, bro? Why? Like Pokemon. Pokemon. Let me level with you real quick. Let me listen to me. Listen to me, Pokemon. You and me. We're gonna sit down and have a quick chat right now. Pokemon. Like 12 out of 10. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop doing these twist villains. These last minute twist villains. Disney ain't doing it right, and neither are you. Y'all need to stop. Take a deep breath and just be honest with us. A 10-year-old could figure it out. And I guess that's the point. But as I sit there, watch you waste time, and then he's the twist villain like 5 seconds before, and then he just Chairman Rose is whack. Like, I don't know what better way to justify it. I don't know what better way to explain it. But to other than say that Chairman Rose is whack. Like, I like Eternatus. I like Eternatus's design. I like Eternatus's stats. I like even its typing. But the reason Eternatus popped up, this the fact that it couldn't be like its own autonomous unit, and it just had to be something that Rose released deep from whatever that city was called. Man, I should have looked that up. Whatever that city was called, because Rose wanted infinite power for Galar. Bada bada bing, bada boom. But it was a last second twist, and he was a villain. Like, man, you're just as bad as whack as a signature Pokemon. Because Copperajah, just like Rose's motivation is solid enough and kind of remotely interesting if you squint at it with your eyes closed. Yo, Copperajah is kind of remotely interesting when you squint at it with your eyes closed, but the moment you actually look at it, it's horrible. Just like Harriman Rose himself. Why do you exist, bro? Like, actually, why do like this? This is why do you exist. Like, I know whatever the gym challenge may not exist without him, but story-wise, bro, why couldn't you just let Eternatus be a thing on its own? Like, some Ultra Necrozma vibes, some Kyogre and Groudon vibe. Well, Kyogre and Groudon were also triggered. Some rogue Pokemon vibe. Just let it be that. Let Pokemon be autonomous. It'd be so much more interesting to watch. Because it'd be harder to reason with the Pokemon than it is to reason with the human. I could talk to Chairman Rose, and I can beat Chairman Rose in a battle. And like they'll eventually be talked down, but nah, I would have to run a Pokemon's fade hard enough that they learn to respect me. Man, Chairman Rose, you whack. Let me get off you. Marnie, I'm gonna put her in meh, not because she's necessarily lower than any of these. Actually, no, I'll put her in. Okay. I'm being so nice to you, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Y'all. Marnie, just doesn't like for what she was, at least what she was advertised to be, like almost like a secondary rival, like on the same level of Hop and Bede, and like something like Bianca and Sharon back in Gen 5. Like, just another rival for what she did, what little she did, and how kind of irrelevant she was, like, all around. It's kind of whack. Like, and Bede fulfills the same role as her, but he does it better because he actually has, like, some personality and, like, an actually half decent mascot Pokemon. But Marnie and Morpeko and Grimmsnarl, they're all just, I mean, they're okay. Her character's okay. Her design's okay. Everything about Marnie's okay. And like that's the thing. I don't have much to talk about when I talk about Marnie because she doesn't do much. What does she do? She takes over Pierce's role. Nice. Fantastic. But do I care though? No, I don't. I don't care. So that's really it. That's why she's in okay. Oleana. I'm gonna put her at the top of OK too because I'm not sure. I heard that Oleana came from like a hard knock life, but ended up growing up and making things better for herself, and it makes sense because she wields a Garbodor as her signature Gigantamax Pokemon. But there's this like disconnect where I have no idea where that comes from. Maybe it's in the game, maybe it's in the end somewhere. I remember hearing that, and it makes sense because the Garbodor. But since I don't see it, she's just annoying to me. I think her forehead is massive. She needs to get that 6 head off the screen. It takes up too much space. I can't even use my Switch in handheld mode because that forehead takes up too much space. Other than that, I think it's fine. Like, her design's okay. I like her team a little bit. Her ambitions, just to serve Trem and Rose, whack. She was kind of annoying. I think I'm just putting her up there because of that backstory. Because if y'all know me, I like backstory in my characters. I don't know. Like, that can salvage characters a lot for me, even if the character themselves is a bit on the iffy side. So yeah, that's all I feel about Miss Oleana, the 16 head. You know what? I might as well address Leon. Okay, so I'm putting Leon in perfection. However, I need y'all to take a deep breath, and step back with me. Look at it from my perspective. All right. I don't really have nothing to argue for this point. I think Leon's design is, once again, it hits the peers thing where it's doing too much. It's doing way too much. I think if you give him some regular pants or just like take off the shorts over the leggings, then I feel like he'd be fine. But the shorts and the sword and shield logo on his chest and the cape and the baseball cap and all the sponsorships on the back, I think his second outfit's even worse. I know a lot of people like that outfit. Not for me, dog. That second outfit is also whack. Everything about not everything about his design. I think he looks cool enough, but he's doing too much design wise. However, why do I put him all the way up in perfection? Yo, bro, that's crazy. Because I like Galar failed to deliver on this challenge wise, and honestly, even like lore narrative wise, since we were so focused on the Darkest Day. But I like how focused Galar was on gym battling. Like, I forget who brought this up in one of their videos, but someone brought it up like, oh yeah, gym battles are actually a major part of the thing, which hasn't really. Gym battles, gym leaders, the entire battling system is way more prevalent in Galar than almost any other region, because the only other time you really have like gym leaders being remotely known or involved in the world to a certain degree or scale was back in Gen 5, where I believe was done better than Gen 8, but still, it's remarkable enough. And what I like even more is that Leon himself, as a character, expands upon the idea of the champion being some sort of savior, some sort of protector, some sort of overlooker of the region. Like, they have their strong team, and with that strong team, they protect everyone. And I like that. I like that despite being a klutz, despite being a dunce, like not knowing where to go, when to go, how to go. I like how he's still so passionate about him being a champion, him being the protector of the region, him doing all the stuff that he needs to do, because I think that's interesting enough. Like, despite all his flaws, he's still the one that goes out and defeats those random Dynamax Pokemon to protect people. He's still always on the lookout for you and Hop, being like, y'all doing good? Alright, see, look, I knew my endorsement wasn't wasted. Y'all two have a whole ton of potential, and I'm proud of you for that. Like, oh, he's the one who gives you your starter Pokemon. It's not the professor this time, it's him. Because he is a good example of showing your goal by the end, which is almost why I kind of wish we had a battle against them at the start of the game. I know it'd be basically impossible, but I'd be fine with that use of an unwinnable battle, because then you would know. You would know what you're going to reach even further, because he's hyped up throughout the entire game, as you know, the unbeatable champion. Everyone memes about that, and I agree to a point. It does get pretty annoying, but I like how he does have all that hype around him. I like how he came up from being just this random kid who had a dream just like you, and ended up fulfilling that dream. And how he's such an integral part to the region, how he's a protector, how he has actual multiple character facets to him. All that stuff, I think his design, while doing a little bit too much, is still okay. So yeah, Leon's perfection. I don't know. He has a bit of everything that the lower tier characters have. I'll give it to him on that. I'll put Sonya at the top of great. It's too much Darkest Day stuff. Like, I know it's important. I know it's story-wise and all that stuff. But I feel like Sonya does very little on her own. Like, here, I'll give an example. I keep referencing Gen 5. I'm sorry. It's my favorite generation, and it has so many just memories sticking in my head. Why I like Juniper so much is she would pull up and have the entire story, like, written down for you. Like, Juniper asked you no questions. She was just like, okay, I know exactly what's going on. I'm about to tell you what to do, and you're going to use your strength as a powerful trainer and go and do that. I always found that amazing. Like, she would pull up and be like, hey, yo, guess what? I know exactly what you need to do. But Sonya would pull up and be like, hey, yo, guess what? I have no idea what to do. You want to talk about the Darkest Day again? And I'm like, in universe, I'm 10. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Darkest Day? I can't even spell Darkest, bro. What do you want from me? But Sonya would always be bouncing things off you, and I guess that's a nice, but I don't know. It gives very little credence to why she would be the professor, because like the professor, I guess she's new, so it makes sense. But like all the previous games, even Kukui, like even the younger professors, they were always considered knowledgeable. They knew things about the world that you as a player didn't. But it seems like while it's nice enough that you and Sonya grow together in terms of knowledge, it kind of just fails what she's going to be. And when she finally became the professor, I was like, okay, finally. But like, what are you gonna do now? Like, I guess you're gonna study Dynamax and Gigantamax just like your grandma, but like, you couldn't even got here without me. Like, I feel like, where's my professor promotion? I know I became champion, but yo, where's my lab coat at? Like, come on now. I don't know. I don't think she's great enough though. I like her design. Even both pre-professor, even though I feel like that coat is pretty darn big and pretty darn whack. I think that's fine. I like her design after becoming professor. I think her growth from being supposedly a lazy young adult into someone of note is nice enough. That's why I think she's at the top grade. So I'm gonna slide Bead up there, right? Imperfection. And I only like Bead so much because he's in such denial. Like, I haven't seen a case of denial this bad in a while. Like, I'm trying to think of a representation earlier in Pokemon, but yo, I haven't seen a case of denial this bad since Burter kept telling everyone he was the fastest in the universe. I have not seen a case of denial this bad. Denial of absolute facts. Every time B pulled up on you, he was just like, hey yo, I'm Bead, and I'm about to bead you're behind. And I was and then we would turn around and be like, dude, let me level with you real quick, bro. That entire team of fairies you got there, my guy. Hey, yo, catch this Corviknight, bro. Hold on. I got another thing for you. Catch this Nickit, bro. Yo, hold on. Catch this Thievul, bro. Like, catch every single Mon on my team. Because you're whack. And he just had to hold it, and I found that great. And the fact that he goes so far as to borrow the chairman's Pokemon and go destroy a monument just for the sake, and then he gets in trouble for it, found that hilarious. I like how Bead, like, he destroyed Hop. And I know that gave him, like, a confidence boost, like, oh, the other person endorsed by the champion. I beat him, so I should be the other person endorsed by the champion, because I am Bead, I am fantastic. And then you just turn around and absolutely dominate him. It just feels good. And when he shows up again, and, like, man, what is that city called? The big city, where Raihan's at. When you pull up there and he's just like, man, I may have got eliminated from the gym challenge. I'm still gonna get you, because I'm Bead. It's fantastic. And Opal just pulls up and drags him along and forces him to become the fairy type gym leader. It's great. It's amazing. Because he has no choice in the matter. at all, and it's hilarious. I like Bede so much, and I put him in perfection because he's a punching bag. So he's a punching bag that beat the other punching bag, and he had gotten in trouble, so that leads to character development. I think that's nice. I also find it funny how he intrudes on like the tournament. Like he pulls up in his new outfit. He's just like, "I'm gonna beat you now, champion selected. I was picked by the chairman." And then you pull him and be like, "Yo, I beat the chairman over the head with a chair, man. So back up." And you just dominate him too. It's fantastic. I like, and then how he learns humbleness. Like he's just like, "Fine, I'll hold this out, but I'll be back." And that's what I like. I like that so much because it took a lot. You had to keep ramming that message into his head like, "You are my inferior. Now go sit down with the rest of the B class." But he eventually figured it out. So I think that's nice. It took time, but it's reasonable development. He seems stubborn enough as it is. I know he also comes from like a Noliana style thing where he didn't have much as a kid, but he grew up into and got adopted by the chairman into something nice. So I think that's cool enough too. I'm sorry for hitting y'all with that bead voice so much. I came up with it and I had to use it. Um Alright, so my boy Hop. Like I hear a lot of complaints about like, yo, Hop wants to battle you every 5 seconds. Yo, Hop isn't a good rival. Yo, Hop is whack. And like, I don't know about y'all, but whenever I have a rival, like in anything, like whether it be racing or like a fighting game or Pokemon even, yo, I want to pull up on them all the time too. Like, you're gonna run this fade, my guy. I don't care. Yo, you better get the team ready and fighters, bro. You better hop on later because I'm whooping you. So I get why Hop pulls up on you all the time. A lot of people complain about that in Gym 5 too. Oh, they always want to battle you. They're your rival. Like, of course they want to keep testing yourselves against you, especially after you get a gym badge, because that's basically you both proved your strength, so you should be equal. So you want to see who's better now. So I don't find that criticism valid, but that may just be me. Maybe I just enjoy the constant battles. Jeez, his hair is weird, but I guess I just enjoy that. So I'll roll with that. That's me. But I think why I like Hop so much in specifics, like Hop, he holds the L for Brit. Like he starts off with 2 Mons. He beat you to the punch. He already had a Wooloo, so he thought he was something. But then you pull up on Hop, like roll up your big jersey socks and just bam, you ain't nothing to me. And then he pulls up and is just like, man, I guess I really am nothing, but I'll get you back next time. Then you fight him again, then you beat him again. You're just like, oh wow, I guess I will get you next time. But at least like we're kind. Like we pull out our Pokemon jersey socks and we're just like, I'll roll them up halfway. Like I won't pull them all the way up. I won't go full try hard on you. And you never like insult him or rag on him for it. But then third best character in the game, Bede, rolls up and just like, hey yo, Hop, I'm gonna tell you real and straight up legit, my man. You're trash. Get in the trash. And Hop takes that so to heart because he like, despite him like progressing in the gym challenge, he really has no proof to the contrary. The one rival that he really has, the same person that set out on the same point as he did, but from a lesser point because we didn't even have a Pokemon, just kept beating him. We were always better than Hop. And the way that digs into his mind, like the fact that he's inferior, and it doesn't help that his older brother's a champion, so he already has these high expectations to live up to, yet just because he's so drastically inferior to us, he can't live with that, and it drives him nuts because he's in such conflict within his mind of what am I even doing? Why am I even doing this? I never succeed. I won't ever surpass him. I won't ever surpass Lee. This B guy is so annoying. What am I doing here? And the way he like has to suck it in and just be like, fine, I'll hold this L. Like he grows from an unbelievably optimistic character, like so close that I barely believe it, to a much more tempered and much more logical kind of character in person, and I like that a lot. And the way like he gets Vegeta really hard, where he's second fiddle to you at all times. So second fiddle that he couldn't even protect the one relic he had from the 2 memes of the game, Swordbird and Shieldbird, that aren't even on this list. And it's a good thing because I think I may have to make a new tier for them at the bottom, and I haven't done that in a while. At least I don't think. So the fact that he even loses all of that, which is really sad, but the way he makes up for it by being like, yo, I will go around this region, I will fix all the problems they're making because I messed up. That's good. And the way that he ends up resolving to just be a professor's assistant, because like Bede, he went on to be a gym leader. Like Bede is really your true rival because he never really gave up. He reached Hop's point of, oh, I'll just catch up to you very late into his arc. I think Hop kind of realized after your battle in the town that Opal's in, or no, it was the town that Alistair slash B is in. Like, he realizes he ain't nothing to you, and he never will be. So he goes and holds it and does something else that he cares about, which is protecting Pokemon and keeping them safe by becoming a professor's assistant. And I think that's really nice. I think that's a really solid development. Sure, it's a bit mean development, but it's development nonetheless, and thusly, I like it. So I will give my boy Hop that. So yeah, that's really it. I'd say everyone here is ranked pretty accurately too. I'd say Hop's number 1, Leon's number 2, Bede's number 3, so on and so forth, right? See, like, I guess it's more evenly balanced towards okay. It's just the 4 characters that, like, I just really, really do not, like, nothing about them botch for me. Or they're just down there because they do nothing, like Professor Magnolia. That's why they're all the way down there. But, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Always helps your boy out. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And this is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.